just this moment. Hello, welcome to this Timbecon video. I've been given the task by our illustrious leader to present to you our new product range by Pride Abrasives out of North America. Pride Abrasives water stones. I guess I was chosen to do this video because I've been using water stones my entire woodworking career, which is more than 25 years now, I guess. And you know, I've had some luck in my life in sharpening the occasional thing. But I've got to be completely honest with you, I don't actually know how to present this to you. These are an all-American made stone. They're made from aluminium oxide. And unlike a lot of water stones that use aluminium oxide, the particles in these stones have an abrasive structure on their surface as opposed to just being round. It's a German product that's imported by Pride to manufacture. They're joined vitreously, meaning they're bonded under heat. So they're very tough, they're very flat, and they're very hard. And even knowing all of these things, because being very flat, very hard, and particularly beautiful, these are a little grey now because I've been using them, I'm still not sure how to explain why I love these stones so much. And the source of the dilemma or the complexity that I am facing in explaining to you about these Pride Abrasive water stones is that I know that a lot of you who are watching this video probably have bought King water stones, which Timbecon sell and have sold for years. We're all pretty familiar with these. They've got an abrasive particle held together in a clay matrix. They're not expensive. They do the job. So I asked myself when I was asked to make this video, I'm now got to explain to you why you should spend at least twice as much more to buy this particular stone. How do I do that? So to deal with this dilemma, the first thing I thought I'd do was actually use them. And so I got a kit of 3 stones together. The standard kit for me is 1,000, a 6,000, and a 10,000 grit Pride Abrasive water stone. And I thought I'd give them a go on my chisels. This is actually one of my chisels here. I've had this chisel for about 25 years now. And you can see that, I don't know if you can see that in the camera, I've actually flattened the back using this. I actually flattened it using a 1,000 and then I've re-flattened it again using a 6,000. I didn't actually get as far as going to the 10. And having done a lot of this in my life, back and forward, it's difficult to explain what a different experience it is using the Pride Abrasive stone as opposed to the King stone. The stones are just so hard and the chisel moves across them so beautifully. I think it gives you a sense of control that I've never had before using a water stone. Typically water stones, wherever you go, are sold on 2 key features. Cut steel really fast and last a long time. And length of life is generally related to the width of the stone. Pride stones are 1 inch thick, so you're guaranteed to get a pretty good lifespan out of them. King water stones are actually a lot thicker, but they wear a lot faster. But cutting to the chase, what I love about the stone is that the way that it performs. This is a chisel that I haven't used for some time. I soaked it in vinegar to clean off some surface rust. And I'm going to flatten it on the chisel here, on the stone here. I just did 1 blow. That was 1 blow across the stone to remove all that surface muck. So I'm just going to go back and forward in the standard way. So you can see how quickly these Pride Abrasive stones remove material. Now this chisel I'm using hasn't been used in probably 5 to 10 years, and I did not prepare it as well, the only preparation I did on the chisel was to wash it in vinegar to get in, there was some surface rust on it. So as you can see from the close-up shots, I've been working this chisel on this 1000 grit Pride stone for less than a minute, and it's completely flattened. So there's a little bit more work there, but a marginal amount of work to be done to bring that to a super flat back. And if you look at the stone itself, you can see that there's a slurry being formed by the cutting process. There's quite a lot of slurry, and that is the result of the fast cutting process. Now, that's completely normal for a water stone to behave in this way. Water stones are designed to break down as you sharpen, releasing new fresh particles. And the Pride Abrasive stones do this extremely well. The other lovely thing that I like about Pride Abrasives is that they also produce a range of flattening stones specifically for their stones. So while I'm working here, and keeping in mind that flattening your water stone is a very key part of the sharpening process, when I feel that, you know what, I'm a bit concerned that the stone might be losing shape, I can simply rinse off that slurry, quickly stroke it across the flattening stone, make an assessment of the flatness, and then pop it back in to continue working without wasting any time with other systems like using a diamond stone or using sandpaper and glass. Forget all that. Pride Abrasive water stone and a Pride Abrasive flattening stone together, and you've got a combination. I appreciate that flattening stones aren't a new thing. Other companies produce them. I think King even produced one. I haven't used flattening stones before. I was always using a diamond stone to flatten my water stones. But what I love about this is that it's just a simplistic object. It's thin, it sits there, you can store it, it's cool. It's got this lovely serration and gaps across the surface. So when the cutting action, when you're cutting back the water stone and flattening it, the residue from the stone just falls very neatly into these little serrations, drifts away, so it maximizes the cutting experience. And just because we're using Pride Abrasive water stones here today, it doesn't mean we can't flatten a king stone on this Pride Abrasive flattening stone either. So take your stone, moisten the surface, and you can see how effectively this sharpening stone, this flattening stone will flatten this 6000 grit king stone. So in addition to this standard size flattening stone, Pride over here also produce a double-sided larger stone. This is a two-sided grit, so you've got a 320 side and a 120 side. So if you're flattening water stones, general purpose, actually all water stones on the 120, no dramas. If you want to hone that water stone, say 6000 grit and higher, you've got a 320 option on the back. Now this larger stone that they produce will help you manage all sizes of water stones, so these are definitely worth taking a look at as well. Now another little product that comes as part of the Pride Abrasives range is combination stones. You'll note here that I'm holding one of the combination stones in this lovely box. Some of them come, the higher grade stones come in wooden boxes. This is a plywood combination box. You can see how they're packaged. They come with a little information sheet on sharpening and basic rules and stuff like that. And here is the Pride Abrasive. What is this size? This is a 1000, 6000 grit combination stone. And I believe that in the range, there are 6 types of combination stones of varying grit. So if you're getting in and buying your first stone and you want to start with a combination stone, take a look at these. These are gorgeous. Again, they operate exactly the same way as an ordinary water stone, and you can use the flattening stone on these combination stones as well. And a further product offered by Pride is honing compounds. Timbecon are offering 2 types out of the broader range. A green, which is for general honing, and the white for its extreme razor honing. So taking your leather strop, applying the honing compound like chalk, and then honing those chisels to bring up a razor edge. So we've spent a bit of time in this video looking at the broader range of Pride Abrasive water stones. And I'd like to revisit what I said at the start of the video, which was I wasn't quite sure how to explain what I like about these. To start with, and I think I touched on it earlier, but I'm going to say it again, when you're using them, the hardness of the stone gives you so much control, and you can really feel the cutting edge. It's actually delightful to use. The convenience, when your stone starts to wear, you can simply just whack it on this flattening stone here, wet on wet, lovely. Then you can get into the broadness of the range. 9 different single grit stones, 6 different types of combination stones, flattening stones, honing compounds. You've got a complete sharpening system. I hope you've enjoyed this little video about Pride Abrasive water stones. I'd like to share something with you. I was given this task some time ago, and the stone's been living under my desk, and I'm like, oh, I'll make a water stone video. But now that I've done it, I can't believe how much I've learned about sharpening by having to revisit research the products and all that sort of stuff. But that, for me, it was that first moment of just, and feeling that reminded me why I enjoy working with my hands so much. So I hope that you'll consider this product range. Thank you for watching this video. Timbecon, visit our website, subscribe to our channel, and I hope to see you in store sometime in the future.